Have you ever noticed anytime somebody says, I'm going to try and keep this video short, it turns into a long video? I'm going to try and keep this video short. This is about how bad laws turn good people into criminals. And I'm going to talk about knife laws. Okay. This is something that got me thinking the other night. I was watching some Mike Snodey videos, and I think you guys should all check him out. If you like knives, you should check out Mike Snodey's channel. He's an interesting fellow. Makes great knives. And I was watching one of his videos that mentioned a friend of his, Kirk Mosley, got arrested, and the police seized $100,000 of his knife collection. He likes to collect automatic knives and maker knives and custom knives. And I love knives. I've been loving knives since I was about 9 years old. That was when I first got my first real knife, sheath knife. And I've been carrying a knife every day my whole life. As an adult, I think every adult should have a knife. Everybody should carry a knife. And I honestly don't think there should be any laws whatsoever restricting what you carry. I think you should be able to carry a saber or a knife or a katana or whatever you want, okay? Because it's about the individual. I've carried a knife. I'm 50. I've carried a knife almost every adult day of my life, and I have never, ever cut or hurt or brandished it at anyone, okay? But I've used that knife. Almost every day I'll use that knife. And some knives are very, very useful to have, especially if you don't have fingernails. You need to tear something open, or you don't want to use your teeth, you know. I mean, that's all we've got is claws and fangs, you know. And since we don't really have those anymore, we need knives. They're tools. We need them. Got here is a Microtech Socom. It's a dual action. Okay. Turn the camera around a little better. Okay. Here's the knife. Okay. It's got a button on it. That makes it illegal to carry around in public. Carry it in your car. Policeman stops you with this knife, you're going to be in trouble. I'm going to show you how it opens. Okay, it doesn't open real fast, does it? You can see that open. I'll do it again. Okay. That's the spring action. It's, you know, as fast as it's going to get. Now I'm going to flip it open with my thumb. That's faster than the button. I'm going to flip it. That's faster than the button. Okay? But because it has a button, it's an automatic knife, you get in trouble with it. Let me put it back. I love this knife. I've had this knife about, I think it's 99, 2000, something like that. I've had this knife about 10 years. Now I'm going to show you another knife. This is a knife that's perfectly legal to have just about anywhere, okay? It's a Kershaw Blur, okay? There's no buttons on it, but it is spring assist. And once you start that action, the cam takes over. That's faster than my Microtech Socom. Faster. And it's a wicked knife. This knife could kill you just as fast as the Socom. Maybe faster, because I like that Tanto blade. You can't even see that thing open hardly. That spring assist is so fast, and this is an old knife. I've had this knife 5 years. This is a 2006 Kershaw Blur, made in America. Beautiful knife, canine design. I love it. This is a knife I use the hell out of, and it holds an edge. It's a great knife. But why is it that this knife is legal and this knife is illegal? Bad laws can make good people into criminals. Okay. And what I'm going to focus on today is a couple knife laws. You got length, and you got the manner in which they open. And depending on what state of the union you live in, or even what county inside of a state, or what city inside of a state, you may be restricted from carrying a knife that's a certain length or has a certain manner of opening. And I want to ask you something, just as one human being to another. Once that knife is open, they're all the same. It's an edged weapon. Okay? And do you think that you could be killed by a 2-inch knife? If somebody stuck a 2-inch knife in the side of your neck, do you think you would bleed out? Here's a knife that has no spring assist or anything. I've had this knife a really long time. I've had this knife since the late 80s, I guess. This is a Gerber Gator. You wouldn't know this knife was as old as it is by the way it looks. It's held up awesome. It's got a very, very strong lockup. It's got a back frame lockup. You can open this knife easily without any any thumb stud or anything, because it's designed to be a flipper knife. You can also close it one-handed. Now this knife, I love this knife because it opens a lot of different ways. I can flip it open this way if I wanted to throw it, because I'm a pretty good knife thrower. And I've thrown this knife and made it stick many a time. It's got an excellent lockup. It's super strong. There's no way that you can get that lockup. I mean, I'm a strong guy. I can close it one-handed. I can open it one-handed. I can close it one-handed and open it one-handed. And how is that not illegal? Oh my God, it's so fast. It opened up so fast. Because it's a flipper style knife. It was designed to be a flipper knife. It's got a craton grip on it so you can really grab it. Your hands could be soaked in blood, sweat. You could probably have oil on your hands. You'd still be able to hold on to this craton. It's awesome. Only problem with it is it's too thick to really carry around all the time. But look how that thing opens. I mean, it opens fast, man. I'm just flipping that sucker. You can't even see that thing open. It opens so fast. Got a long-ass blade on it. Let's compare it to the Blur. Okay, look. Blade's actually longer than the Blur. Now, it's not as long as the Socom, which has a wicked-ass long blade on it, but it's damn close. So this would be considered just a regular folding pocket knife. Cop would have no problem with this knife. They've probably seen them in hardware stores all over America. No big deal. This is a knife you can buy at Walmart. About $60 now. $64 when I saw them online. But that's fast. This knife will end you up in jail if you get caught by a cop carrying this around. Why is that? It's not that fast. It's actually faster for me to flick it. Well, that's my take on just how stupid knife laws are. Here comes the cat. What's up? You gonna come up and say hello? Come on up, buddy. Merp. Merp. He's a merp. Yeah, man. What's up? You are such an awesome cat. Are you ready for some treats? You want to come inside? Nah, he wants to stay outside. So, why am I out here on the porch today when I can barely stand up? I don't know. I've just been watching a lot of knife channels. What the hell am I doing looking out at the yard? You guys see my beautiful face. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Mike Snodey videos, and you can love him or hate him, but the guy's a real artisan. I really enjoy his attitude on life. And interestingly enough, he's one of the few guys I've seen that seems to support a lot of the knife community, not just his clients, but collectors and makers. You know, he's not. It's not all about Mike. You know, I mean, obviously he promotes himself, and that's what he has to do to keep his family fed. But I like his attitude, and you should check out Mike Snodey. And I was watching his videos, and he mentioned a guy, Kirk Mosley, who got arrested. Cops came into his apartment, took $100,000 of knives, mainly automatic knives, and arrested him. And all because some member of his family said he brandished a knife, and that was it. Then they come running into his apartment, toss the place, and take his shit. He's getting it back, by the way. But that made me interested in Kirk, so I went over and checked out his channel, and he is a really interesting guy. I just wanted to give a shout-out to Kirk and also to my subs to go check out Kirk. If you like knives and fine living and just a guy with a good attitude, you check out Kirk Mosley's channel. But what I'm going to talk about today is how knife laws could impact you and how bad laws make good people into criminals. I mean, can you think of any reason on this earth why you cannot have a knife that opens itself when you press a button? Is there anything more dangerous about a knife that opens with a button as compared to a knife, let's say, that you can thumb open, or a knife that has an assisted opening, or a knife that you can flip open? What difference does it make what length your knife is? What difference does it make how it opens, or how fast it opens, or what kind of mechanism keeps it open, or any of that? This knife will kill you just as dead as this knife, which is shorter. This knife will kill you just as dead as this knife, okay, which is an automatic. And it just makes no sense to me. So I just thought I'd get that out there. There's my rambling, what the hell, knife law vlog. I hope you liked it. I love those knives, too. I carry them all the